Welcome to MyLITV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we've traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. MyLITV starts now.
All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
In July of 1969, three astronauts, Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Buzz Aldrin, captured the world's imagination during their historic mission to the moon. Recently, the second man to set foot on the moon, Buzz Aldrin, set foot in the book Revue to sign his book, No Dream is Too High, Life Lessons from a Man Who Walked on the Moon. Although he attended MIT, Buzz didn't consider himself a fast learner.
Going through pilot training, you find that some people you wouldn't think about, but they seem to have been born in an airplane. And I really wasn't one of those. It took me a while to get used to something, and then I'm a good, solid pilot who could, dogfight with the best.
As an Air Force fighter pilot, he set his eyes on becoming an astronaut.
I was leaving a fighter pilot assignment, wondering what I'm going to maybe do next. And so I read this, and that's a pretty fascinating career field.
But President Eisenhower was looking for candidates with specific experience.
Eisenhower, he said, I want success. I want test pilots. I think at the time, maybe they had selected some of the first 7, maybe not.
After he returned to MIT to continue his studies, a third astronaut search was announced, and the test pilot requirement had been eliminated.
And my real good friend from West Point calls me up and said, NASA's looking for a new bunch of astronauts, and I'm qualified, so I'm going to apply. So I said, well, I can fly and shoot gunnery just as well or better than you can, so I'll apply too.
Buzz was often asked about becoming the second man on the moon.
People from the press, they saw the crew and thought, who's going to step out first? Well, is that important? Yeah, it is. Because we don't care about silver medals in the Olympics. How many gold medals?
It's reported that Buzz really wanted the honor of setting foot on the moon first, but Neil Armstrong got the nod because he was a senior astronaut, and the rest is history.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
It's amazing. Like, when do you ever get the opportunity to meet a man who walked on the moon? And my son Timmy's a huge space buff, big Buzz fan, so he's so excited.
Can't even express at this point until I see him. It's just not real yet.
It's once in a lifetime, so definitely be cool to meet him and see him.
Incredible. That's why it's well worth the wait. And he's been reading and learning all about him since he found out he was going to be here. So he really is very excited. So it's very cool.
I can't wait to see the real guy. I'm so excited.
And one of the things I want to do is actually thank Dr. Buzz Aldrin, because I actually became an aerospace engineer because of him.
I knew that his sister actually used to call him Buzzard because she couldn't pronounce brother.
I was 10 years old when he walked on the moon. He's a childhood hero of mine, and this is the first book signing I ever came to, and probably for the only man I would ever come to wait in line to have sign a book.
I'm a space enthusiast, and of course I would want to meet Buzz Aldrin.
Computers are just coming out. Just to land on the moon is just a big accomplishment. It's something I always wanted to do.
I worked at NASA on Apollo 11. I was working there then. Everybody worked very hard on that, and mainly that's why it was as successful as it was, because everybody dedicated themselves to it.
I was actually in Apollo 11 before Buzz Aldrin got in there, because we were actually building it there in Bethpage.
Everybody at Grumman at that time, and there was 36,000 people here on Long Island working at Bethpage. That roar went up like you couldn't believe it. Was deafening.
So what are the most important life lessons we can learn from a man who walked on the moon?
It's not everyone who can have things happen that put you in the right spot at the right time. You have to have persistence and not take no for an answer if you felt that you could try again.